VIX 50 weekly analysis breakdown. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Snipers back again. In this video, we'll be talking about VIX 50 weekly analysis breakdown. Now, this is the weekly time frame. As you can see, this is how the market looks like on the weekly time frame. And as you see right now, you can see that the weekly time frame, the market has been on a strong downtrend for a very long time right now. And you can see how the weekly looks like. The weekly has been on a strong downtrend, and all the historical previous lows, the market has taken them out. You see, like this price, this support level right here, the market took it out, and down to this one. You can see when the market took this support level out, the market had to do a retest from this level right here. We had a retest from this level, showing that sellers are in this point and they are willing to push the price down. You understand? So now back to the present current price. We can see how the weekly look like right now. Price just stopped on a strong support level, and we can see that the market is on a strong downtrend, and the previous candle for the weekly was a bearish candle showing seller strength in the market. You understand? So now this is where we're going to be looking at in this chart. This is where we're going to basically looking at, because all of the things that happen here is a sell, and they are all sells. So the market is still actually selling. So now what is the weekly doing currently? What are we expecting for this new week? Do we expect a rejection of this bullish candle of a sell, or do we expect price to keep buying to the upside? You understand? So now let's dive deep. Let's go to the daily time frame and see what is going on the daily time frame. Now you can see on the daily time frame, it is so clear and obvious. The levels are all obvious to us to see. As you can see, this level, I marked it right here on the weekly, but let's just quickly drag it down a bit to where this previous low is right now. So now we have a good looking zone, right? So now we can see that price, the daily time frame is telling us that the market has been on a strong downtrend, creating lower lows and lower highs. You understand? You can see how the market has been creating lower lows and lower highs continually. You can see the market has been creating this continually in the market, and that is what is making the market still on a downtrend. You understand? Still on a downtrend. And currently, where the market is right now in the current price, the market is sitting on a strong support level that might make price to reject, and that was what happened here. This was a counter trend buy. You know, for traders that would trade counter trend, they would do enter such a buy signal. If they can get a buy signal from the 1 hour time frame, maybe those that are trading from the 1 hour time frame to the daily time frame, they will do get a entry from this level and sow this price down to maybe any of these reversal points, and they took their profits. But currently now, sellers are in control of the market because sellers are pushing price right now, so they have full control over this market. You can see how the market has been creating lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs continually. You can see it right here. Although I basically focus on VIX 75 though, but recently I got to open this chart and I saw that this market was in a good trend, and I decided that I should make a breakdown analysis of this market for people that are trading VIX 50. I also do trade VIX 50 sometimes, you know, and probably this opportunity that is moving right now, I also caught it on my account, and I'm just holding on to this trade, and let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. You understand? Let's see how this trade goes eventually in the end. So now you can see I'm just labeling all the higher highs and lower highs and lower lows we have in the market. You can see them right from the daily time frame. You know, if you want to trade the H1 time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame, you first of all look at the daily time frame first. Daily time frame is what will give you the idea of what is going to happen in the 1 hour time frame. You understand? So what are we seeing right here? Okay, now first of all, let's go to the H4 time frame, because now we found our higher lower high and lower low, lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, and lower high and a lower low. So basically, price is going to form a new lower low to this downside. You understand? So that is what we are expecting for this particular market VIX 50 index. So now let's dive deep to the other time frame, like the 4 hours here. So looking at the 4 hours, you can see how cool the movement is. Previously we have a support level that stopped price from moving down. Yeah, we have this strong support level right here, and unfortunately price tested this level 1 2 3 4 5 6 times, and it gets weaker. You understand? And immediately the level got multiple rejection. Price has to do his own thing and broke out of this level, because it was a very strong downtrend. You understand? If I could zoom out, you will see it clearly. It was on a very strong downtrend. So that was why price has to break the level, because when the market is telling you that it's in a downtrend, you have to follow the trend. You respect the trend by trading the trend. You understand? These are good sales zones. These are good sell levels in the market. These are the good sell levels in the market. You want to cash your sales from the right spots. You understand? That is what we enable you to trade effectively in the market, because you don't want to be buying, you don't want to be selling when you don't want to be buying when the market is on a downtrend. You understand? And you don't want to be selling when the market is on an uptrend. As you can see here, this was a counter buy that went to the upside. If you are a type of trader that trade counter trends, you understand that there should be an opportunity in this level. Why? Because this level on the daily time frame was tested twice. Price tested this level twice, showing that buyers are in this part, that are in this phase of the chart. You understand? So that was why the market had to buy strongly to the upside, because there are buys in this place. Buyers reacted here once in the market. So now let's dive deep. Let's go to let's see. First of all, I think I got a zone where I got this entry, this trade entry. I got a zone. I drew it like this. This was how I drew my zone, because basically, you know, some zones are so wide that you have to draw it for you to know how the market is going to play out, because eventually this is an impulsive move, retracement move, impulsive move, and a retracement move. So something is going to definitely happen here. That was why I drew my zone so wide and big like this. You understand? So now for me, that I basically trade swing trade, and I do trade day trade also. So for me, I want to take this trade as a swing trade, because it's a long-term sell. You understand? So basically, I want to start my trade from the 1 hour, because that is where I want to take this trade from. You understand? So, but I need to first of all look at the daily time frame first. You understand? That is the key aspect you have to apply to your trading. The ability for you to apply top-down analysis on your trading. It will enable you to to enable you to take your entries at the right spot of the market. You understand? Because you don't want to be entry to the market too late. You understand? So now we've gathered some information from the daily time frame and also from the weekly time frame. If you could remember, I said the daily time frame is on a strong downtrend, and that was one confluency, and we had price moving back to this upside. You understand? Basically, let's check for other confluency. Let's see if we can get some more other confluency together with the trend we just draw right now. You understand? Because the trend is our first number one confluency we have in this trade. Now this is our Fibonacci retracement, and you can see that in this 61% it's inside the zone, showing us that this is another confluence. This Fibonacci retracement 61.8% give us another confluency that this market is likely to reverse from this level. You understand? So basically we have about few minutes, maybe about 15 minutes or 14 minutes for a new 4-hour candle to open right now. So let's see how it's going to go. If this candle should close strongly like this, then this will be a strong, extremely strong candle. Like it will basically be, maybe you can call it an engulfing candle, because it engulfed one, two, and engulfed more than two previous candle, even one more. More than one actually. So you can call it an engulfing candle, or you can basically call it maybe an evening star. This look like an evening star actually. If you count these three candles together, it's called an evening star. So you can look it like that. I think, is it evening star or morning star? I think I usually get to miss those two things, because they both look alike, the morning star and the evening star. You know, it's all it's still all the same thing though. But one is bullish, then one is bearish. So you have to know the difference between the two actually. You understand? So this is what we get in the 4 hours time frame, that we have this clearly. But initially I had a trend line I drew from this part. I drew it like this. This was how I drew the trend line actually. But I saw that the trend line was broken and I had to delete it away, because once trend line has been intercepted, you don't fight it, you just use something else, because trend line node is just a confluence. Trend line is not confirmation to sell or buy, it's just a confluence on its own. So if it gets intercepted or it gets breakout, then you take it off and you define your analysis. You shift from what the market is telling you finalize it. You understand? So for me, I saw that this was our zone level, and I had to use this zone level as my number one confluence now, and also the Fibonacci retracement level. So now what made me have to think or say or feel like this market is going to actually sell? Okay, now let's dive deep. Let's go to the H1 time frame. Now looking at the H1 time frame, when I saw price reacting on this zone, I saw how the movement was getting slow and sluggish. The movement was not going much higher. Then I saw this candlestick right here, this first bearish candle. You see, this first bearish candle looks like a spinning top, but it's way much not looking like a spinning top. So I had to look at this other one, and I saw that this one exactly looked like a spinning top. This is a spinning top bearish candle, and you know, for a spinning top candle, once the price has broken either the highs or the low, that is where you want to be taking your entry from, depending on if it's aligned with the trend. You understand? So for this trade now, I saw this bearish spinning top, and I was waiting to see much furthermore confirmation. Then I went down to the 5 minutes where I take my entry from there. I saw this confirmation that this was a confirmation for me to go into the trade, and I had to go into the trade. And currently I'm just in the trade with a little lot size actually, and I'm seeing to look forward to what is going to happen next in the market. You understand? So let me just bring out my trade level out. You can see this was where I entered the trade. And this was my essay right here. You understand? And this is my target. So actually this is just a little lot size, because this is a little account. I'm trying to grow this account. It's a very little account, a very little one actually. So let's see how this trade goes. I'm just risking $4 in this point here. You can see it 4.57 USD I'm risking here to make I think $40, to make $40. So basically this is 1:10. This is 1:10. You can see it 40.84 USD. So this is basically 1:10. You understand? I think okay, let me bring out my navigator. Yes, no, okay, not navigator. I think I can show you my trade right here. I think it's $2. Yes, it is. So you can see it right here. You can see I see my balance. This is I told you it's a small account, and you can see currently we are on $14 in profit in the account. You can see it. So this is the equity. This is the equity, $15 reading now. This is the equity. This is the free margin. You understand? This is the account, and this is the the profit making right now in the account. This is the profit here, $5, $5 in profit, but we are to hold to $40. You understand? This is definitely going to take a while, maybe a couple of days, maybe 2 or maybe 1 or 2 3 days, probably let's say at least minimum 3 days, but it will maybe get to that, maybe at least 2 days it will at least get to our TP, if definitely is going to move for us. Because one thing is that every trade you place, there's no guarantee outcome of every trade you place. That is one thing you need to understand as a trader. You know, that scenario actually changed my mind about trading. You understand? Because sometimes back then when I was trading, I used to place trade and I'll be feeling that, I'll be having that fear in my mind out, what if I lose this money? I would like, I've not yet accepted that risk. So as a trader like you have to first of all accept every risk you take before placing your trade. You first of all ask yourself, am I willing to lose this money? That is the first question you have to ask yourself. Then when you accept that risk, then you find out that your performance with that trade, you find out that it will be so clear to you with your trade. You find out that you'll be taking trade decision easily. So first of all, you have to first accept, you have to you first of all accept the risk. You understand? And basically accepting risk does not mean you are a risk taker. You understand? No, it's, you can say you are a risk taker for taking risk. Actually, it's a normal logic. You understand? But most traders out there, they take their risks and they don't actually really accept the risk, and that is what haunts their trades. You understand? Because whenever you see the trade pulling back, going doing some retracement, you'll be feeling that, oh, if I lose this money now, I'm dead, I'm lost, I've just go and waste my school fees here. Like, you'll be feeling that fear in you. But when you accept that risk, trust me, you will have free mind in that trade. You just place the trade, bam, and you're out. You just go out and do something else, go do some other hobbies, and or go cook, do something fun. You understand? Or take your mind off the chart, go do some other things, or talk to someone. You understand? So you can try to be that kind of person that have accepted every particular risk you want to take for your trade. Then you find out that you begin to see consistent results. Because one thing about trading is fear. The fear of trading is what kills most traders. The fear in trading, and that is what your broker is using to chop your money, to take money out of your pocket. Why? Because you are feeling fear. You have not yet build your mind to accept risk. You understand? So that is why you need to stick to your plans, your rules. Because if definitely those risks you are taking is too heavy in your heart, it's causing you depression, it's causing you frustration, then you have to reduce your risks. Definitely, if you are type that is trading small account, then try to reduce your risks. Look for market that can give you opportunity to risk less. You understand? Because there are several markets out there that can give you opportunity to risk lesser, maybe $2 or $3 or $1 or probably $5. Then eventually you take those kind of trades and you work on focusing on discipline and consistency. Then you begin to see consistent results. You understand? On a normal, trading is very, very hard. Actually, it's very, very hard. But when you've mastered it, you find out that trading is so easy to do. It's really, really one of the easiest things when you get to master trading the right way. You understand? So I believe this top-down analysis, or will I say is a breakdown analysis, is both combined breakdown and top-down analysis, because I started from the weekly down to the H1 time frame. So I believe this this breakdown helps you, and you get to understand more about top-down analysis, time frame, structure, and how the market moves. You understand? So this is Snipe Pips. Make sure you subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video like this, you will instantly get notified. See you in the next one, guys. Peace out and have a blessed day. Bye bye.